Hey, 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 it's your girl Priscilla A with the Married to My Soap Opera podcast, the General Hospital recap for the week of February the 7th through the 11th. Okay, y'all, so this week was pretty explosive. Two of the major storylines kind of came to a head this week, and we got a lot of interesting stuff to talk about. So let's go ahead and get to it. So on Monday, Carly goes to the hospital to check on Dante. And instead of going to the Haunted Star, she goes to the hospital because she assumes that someone has called Sonny and that he's going to be at the hospital. Because, I was wondering, why would she go to the hospital and not go to the Haunted Star to tell Sonny? But yeah, that's why. She assumed that he would be at the hospital because someone would have called him. So, Chase calls Dante to ask for his help to find Bailey because she's been kidnapped by Peter. So Dante, against doctor's orders, decides to go ahead and check himself out to go help out Chase and Brooklyn. So BLQ makes the phone call to Maxie to tell Maxie that Bailey is missing and that Peter has her. It was really hard for her to do, but she had to do it. So Maxie actually is at the hospital and she tells Felicia and Robert the truth about Bailey being Louise, but then she has to rush over to Chase and Brooklyn's, so she leaves Austin to fill them in on the rest. And when she gets to Chase and Brooklyn's, Ned is there, Anna is there, and Dante. And so she has to fill them all in on the truth that Bailey is really Louise. So yeah, the secret is out, y'all. The secret is out. Peter makes a phone call to guess who for some help with his escape. Yeah, you know it, Victor. He calls Victor to try to make a deal to help him escape with Louise. Okay, so Carly realizes Sonny isn't at the hospital and he doesn't know, and that he must still be on a Haunted Star. So y'all, she goes to the Haunted Star to find Sonny, and she sees the rose petals all on the floor, leaving a trail to one of the staterooms. And she goes in, opens the door, and finds Sonny in bed with Nina. Wow. Y'all, I am not happy at all. I cannot believe that Sonny slept with Nina. I mean, I know he still had feelings for her, and of course we know she was trying her best to pretend that she really doesn't want Sonny when she does. But for them to actually have Sonny sleep with Nina after everything that she has done, I'm just too through. And I really think I'm going to take a break from General Hospital. But I am going to go ahead and give y'all the recap for this week. So let's get ready to move on to Tuesday. So this is your recap for Tuesday, February the 8th. Let's go ahead and pick right back up with Sonny and Carly. So after Carly walks in on them, she leaves out and heads back up to the deck. And then she sees the wedding rings that Sonny had for the two of them. Sonny comes out after her, trying to talk to her, and they, of course, get into it bad. And Sonny does what Sonny does. I love Sonny, y'all, but we know how Sonny is. And of course, what he does is try to blame Carly for the fact that he slept with Nina. Yeah. He tells her, "Oh, well, I thought you weren't coming." Really? So you thought she wasn't coming, and that's all it took for you to jump into bed with Nina? If that's the case, you were going to sleep with her anyway. I mean, really, come on. What kind of excuse is that? And then he brings up Jason and talks about how she was about to sleep with Jason. But dude, Jason is dead. Jason's gone. That ain't got nothing to do with you sleeping with Nina. Wow. Yeah, I was just so frustrated and kind of upset with that. Anyway, so Peter makes a deal with Victor, but of course he realizes that Victor's going to double cross him, as Victor realizes Peter's going to double cross him. So Peter shows up at Laura and Kevin's, where Charlotte is. Yeah. Okay. Also, Drew and Sam are having a chat about their family and their relationship and kind of where they are. But then Nina comes up and she's talking to Sam about Dante being hurt. And Sam blurts out that she loves Dante. So basically she lets Drew know that's where her heart is. So I kind of felt bad for Drew. And I didn't really think Sam was going to make that call or that decision. But yeah, that's what she did. Got some good news. Mac woke up. So it looks like he's going to be okay, which is great. Peter shows up to meet with Victor, and Victor's about to kill Peter because he's about had it with Peter. He's fed up with Peter, and Peter ain't gave him what he wanted yet. But of course, Peter uses his ace in the hole, Charlotte. Yeah. So that's your recap for Tuesday, guys.
Prom's coming up. We're going, right?
I know my good two shoes cousin ain't giving it up. Now me on the other hand.
How's everything looking? You know, I got to be in tip-top shape for my first college game.
He's one of the best quarterbacks I've ever coached.
Dwayne, we need to talk about your results.
Why, is something wrong?
Download the Louisiana Film Channel app now and let bon ton do it.
Okay, we're up to Wednesday. So Carly walks away from Sonny and leaves him on the boat, and she goes to see Michael at the Quartermaines, but instead she runs into Drew. And so she and Drew talk, and she confides into him that she just caught Sonny in bed with Nina, and he's hurt over Sam rejecting him and being in love with Dante, and they almost kiss because they're both into their feelings. But I am so glad that Carly stops the kiss. She realizes that they're both hurting and they're in a bad place, and this is not a good idea. So that was interesting because we could see something building up, but I'm glad that they didn't just go with it. Maxie fills in Britt and Liesl on her plan with Brooklyn to pass off Louise as Bailey. And as they're talking, Austin is there with them, and Austin realizes that Victor might have put two and two together and realized who Louise was by information that he gave him about the sonogram. So of course he feels guilty, and Maxie's not happy about it at all, y'all. Some more great news. Valentine is found. Yes, Valentine is found outside by a dumpster and gets the waitress that helps him to call Anna. So we're so happy about that, and he's okay. But we knew Victor wasn't going to hurt him. Peter gives Victor the location of Charlotte in exchange for his help. So just when everybody's finding out that she's missing, Esme, Laura, Kevin, and everyone, Victor shows up with her at the hospital as if he's her knight in shining armor. Y'all got to see how he walks in that room with Charlotte with his chest puffed out. Oh my goodness. Peter calls Maxie, and he tells her to come and meet him. And of course, you know, she knows he has Louise, so what is he gonna do? So she gets there, and Peter gives her a choice: either tell Louise goodbye, or guess what, y'all? Come with them. And we know that's ultimately what he wants. So Wednesday was a pretty good episode. Let's get on to Thursday.
Are you interested in buying a home or a lease purchase? Do you need help fixing your credit? You need the real estate go-to girl, Priscilla Adams. Or are you interested in selling your home? Have you inherited a property on the verge of foreclosure, filing for bankruptcy or divorce? Do you need a quick cash sale? Are you interested in a career in real estate? Whatever your real estate need, call the go-to girl, Priscilla Adams, at 318-605-1120 or email padams@kw.com.
Okay, so this is Thursday's recap. Y'all, I gotta tell you, Maxie is brilliant. She's so brilliant. I was wondering what she was gonna do. I honestly thought Maxie was just gonna go away with Peter and Louise. But y'all, Maxie flips the script on Peter, and she actually talks him into leaving Louise behind and going with him so that they can start a whole new life together and perhaps even have another baby together. And Peter believes her. And what Maxie wants to do is just leave the baby with Brooklyn because she knows she'll take care of her. But Peter doesn't want to do that. He wants Maxie to drop Louise off at her fire station, which is totally anonymous. There's no cameras, no recordings or anything. And she'll end up with strangers. They won't know who has her. So, Maxie's like really, really scared to do that. But Peter isn't giving her much of a choice. It's an impossible choice. Valentine questions Victor about finding Charlotte and being knocked out and dumped. Brooklyn finds out that Valentine has been found and that he's at the hospital, so she rushes there to talk to him. And she apologizes to him. And although he is hurt, he tells her that he is grateful that she protected Bailey. That was a moment that was a long time coming. And I'm so glad they were able to have it. And that he totally understood what she, was doing. Laura and Austin realize that Maxie's MIA, so Laura gives him Spinelli's number so that he can call him for help. Anna and Chase get a tip about the baby being turned in at the fire station, so they go there and Chase IDs Bailey. So at least they've got the baby, thank goodness. And they realize that the only way Maxie would leave Louise there is if she made a deal to go with Peter instead. All right, that's your recap for Thursday. Here comes Friday. Okay, we're up to Friday's episode. So, Nina goes to see Ava to fill her in on all the happenings between her and Sonny. And Ava is loving it. She is loving the fact that Carly is hurt when she walks in and finds Nina in bed with Sonny. But she warns Nina that Carly and Sonny have survived a lot. And given enough space and time, that they'll survive this too. So she tells Nina, don't give them any space or any time. She needs to make a hard press on Sonny, like right now. Sonny, meanwhile, is at the pub talking with Phyllis. And you know how Phyllis is, y'all. She keeps it real and she shoots it straight. And I love that about Phyllis. And she's sitting there talking to Sonny, and even though he doesn't tell her what happened between him and Nina, she knows that something happened to push Carly further away. And she tells Sonny, dude, you ain't did everything you could do to save your marriage. You still have been keeping secrets from Carly and meeting with Nina and not telling her. So, she really gives it to him straight. And I think he hears her, which is good, but we'll see what he does. Now, Sonny is talking to Phyllis, but Carly is talking to Sam. And she's actually telling Sam that she is meeting with a divorce attorney. And Sam is trying to give Carly really good advice about not moving too fast, just looking at her options, but not making any decisions. And she warns her that if Sonny finds out that she's talking to a divorce attorney, Sonny may see that as that their marriage is over. And that's going to send him, just off the deep end. And so Carly agrees that she's only going to talk and really listen to what the divorce attorney has to say and not make any decisions. But while Sonny is sitting there talking with Phyllis, he gets an alert about Carly's meeting with the divorce attorney. Her assistant put it on their joint calendar by mistake. So he knows. So we'll see what happens from there. To jump to another topic, you know, there's been this weird stuff going on with Liz and Franco's things, the things involving her and Franco's relationship. And it's this new thing that happened is that the dress that she was donating to the Veterans Drive, as she opens the garment bag and pulls the dress out, it's shredded. It's just shredded all up and down. Someone obviously did it deliberately. So that's kind of freaking her out. Don't know what's going on with this, but we know this is going to go somewhere. So as the episode ends, Sonny is sitting at the pub. He and Phyllis have just finished talking, and guess who walks in? That doggone Nina. So, you know, I don't know what's going to happen with Nina and Sonny. I don't want to know what's going to happen with Nina and Sonny. I do not like this storyline, and I'm really kind of disgusted with it, honestly, to tell you the truth. So, I think I'm going to give GH a break. I am interested to see what happens with Bailey and Louise and Peter, but I just don't know if I can take watching more Sonny and Nina right now. But anyway, that is your recap for this last week, you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Definitely make sure you subscribe to my YouTube page at PAP Visions, as well as my Facebook at PAP Visions. And check out my short film, High School Honeys, on the Louisiana Film Channel app. And my feature film, Reunited, on Amazon Prime, Tubi, Pluto, and other platforms. All right, guys. Talk to you soon.